I heard that.
Okay. Uh, Brian, I know that, we've been working with you and your sales team, and they're doing a great job of using DISC and adapting to the four buying styles. And I know you'd shared with me that you've only been in a management position for a couple of years, and you were the top producing rep for your company when they moved you into the management position. And one of the things that I'm about to show you here with TeamKeeper is it's going to help you shift from the golden rule to the platinum rule on how you lead people on. The golden rule is awesome, believe it or not, 100%, especially with ethics and morals. But if you are leading and managing and motivating and rewarding your sales reps the way you liked that from your boss, we probably could improve that by going to the platinum rule, which is treating each of your reps the way they want to be treated. And I'm going to show you a tool that leverages both DISC and motivators assessments, where you get a snapshot or almost an MRI into the soul of your reps, what they like, what they don't like, how they like to have meetings, how they like to be rewarded, things of that nature. Are you pretty comfortable with what I've said?
Yes, it's very true. I'm just, I know what I know, and the history that I have in sales and what motivated me and what pushed me is something that is, comfortable for me to share with the rest of my sales team. So I'd be interested to learn more about what motivates others besides what has motivated me in the past.
Beautiful. Thank you. So what I'm going to show you is a web-based system developed by a company called Sales Fuel out of Columbus, Ohio. It's called TeamKeeper. And it's tied in with Dr. Tony Alessandra's 24/7assessments.com. So your reps would hop online, take an assessment online, one for their DISC profile, the other for their motivators, and it automatically then populates this dashboard with everything you need to know about your reps. So again, it's like looking into their soul. So let's pretend that Daniel Anthony worked for you, and then let's say you have to meet with him later today or tomorrow, and maybe you want to correct him on a couple things you'd like to see him do better and then motivate him. So how would this help you prepare for that meeting, especially if you're not an expert in DISC or motivators? And the beauty of this is you don't need to even understand DISC or motivators. This is going to tell you what to avoid and what to do to make that meeting go really well for Daniel Anthony. So we're going to click on View Profile, scroll down a little bit, and then you've got some tabs here for motivators, his people skills, his DISC results, engagement, and his communication style. So let's go take a look and see how Daniel likes to communicate and how you could have your meeting a little bit better based on what this guy likes to do. So down here are some real quick things you should do while communicating with someone with this style and motivators. And over here on the right, you're going to see some things you might want to avoid as you're having a conversation with Daniel. So let's say that the purpose of the meeting tomorrow was to correct some of the behaviors that you're seeing. So you can choose from this drop down that if you needed to challenge him, coach him, compliment him, correct him, counsel him, there's tips in here that are perfect for him. So in this case, we're going to correct Daniel. And it says that when you're correcting him, show this person how to get a job done, and they will master and modify it to suit their own needs. So in other words, just tell them, here's the result I want, and trust that this person will go figure it out, and probably in a way better than we could. You need to be specific about the exact behavior that's indicated and how you'd like to see it changed. And then you'll mutually agree upon checkpoints and timeframes, and then allow them to save face as they fear being wrong. And they even give you an example. Your work here is typically done neatly and on time, and now that we're switching computers, you'll be able to turn out the same quality work faster. So I'd like for you to take this computer class. Now, had that been for a different employee, you would have gotten all different set of tips. They might need step-by-step instructions. They might need hand-holding, but not this guy. This guy just show them what you want done and cut them loose. Does that make sense?
Okay. It does. It does.
And then let's say you also want to motivate him to implement that behavior. So we're going to go down to motivating for Daniel. So this guy likes accuracy and logic. That motivates him. For me, heck, I would have liked a reward or you praise me in front of the group, not this guy. You want to be clean and clear and procedural as you're motivating this person. Illustrate and document what it is that he's done that you like and what it is you'd like to see him continue to do more of. Do not exaggerate. This guy is really where the rubber meets the road. And then show them that this is the best way to get where you want him to go. So far, so good?
Yes.
Any questions or comments?
No, not at all.
Okay. And let's say that, you know, with this person, he's out selling and you want to do a quick review of his people skills. Down here, you can find out very quickly without even having to analyze his actual results. You can go right to the bottom in terms of people skills. And it says what to watch out for. Okay. This person may sometimes use facts, figures, and details as a security blanket to avoid confrontation or hostility. So this person may not, when you're, you know, working with this person, they don't want a confrontation. They just want to stick to the facts and figures. Okay. When he's dealing with other people, he may be too tightly bound to establish procedures and tradition, even though as more efficient and effective methods may become available. On the upside, he tends to have skills over here on the left that they do provide objective, reality-focused view of systems, procedures, and organizational operations. And quite frankly, for what you sell, that could be an asset. They do tend to have a high degree of accuracy while keeping an eye towards project deadlines. That means this person would be very good at getting quotes out on time, following up and following through all the things that I know are important to your team, right?
Yes.
So at a glance, and especially if you hadn't hired this person yet, you could have used this as your last moment. Well, I'm down to 5 people. Let's invest $100 each, get these assessment done, and let's review these results and make sure we've got the best fit for how I need them to sell and what I need them to do to be successful.
Yep.
And without even going,
Scott,
yeah, sure. What you got?
no, I was just one question hit me. So, does this assessment and you know, as people will change, as you know, whether it's a life situation or they get older or mature, you know, how that's played out, you know, how long are these results good for, and have you in the past seen anything change?
You know what, Tony Alessandra, and we wrote the Platinum Rule for Disc Sales Mastery together. And in the 8 years that we had our businesses together and wrote the books, he taught me one thing, that our personalities change very little from cradle to grave, but our behaviors could change anytime we choose to. And that's the beauty of adaptability. No, we as people are from cradle to grave. We still pretty much have our same personality intact. What happens is that we get just more emotionally mature. We get less exaggerated. So for me, I used to be what I was calling a flaming socializer. I had to be the life of the party. I had to tell the best jokes. And as I'm, you know, pushing into my 50s here, I don't need to be that guy as much, but I still love to tell a good joke. And in terms of my motivators, for me, knowledge has always been theoretical, off the charts. That hasn't changed. I love learning almost for the sake of learning. And my economic motivator has always been very low. I'm not driven by money, never have been, probably never will.
Okay.
Okay. So here's the motivators for this person. Again, you don't have to understand all this. You can just go down right here and it'll tell you here's 3 things that'll motivate the heck out of this person. Theoretical.
Perfect.
Yep. So if you want to motivate this guy or thank this guy, reward this guy, let him hop on a website and buy a new book or buy a training program. That would motivate the heck out of this guy. Economic. So when he finishes, let's say, our online sales training program, and he comes back and he's getting results, you might want to give him a bonus for completing the program. He'd love that. And he's altruistic. He loves helping people. Maybe you would allow him to teach some of this to your other salespeople.